I'm going to go through one real small one. You guys learned a little bit about the KPIs, right? Yeah. KPI 1, KPI 2. KPI 1 is, or KPI 0 is the reach rate or whatever. KPI 1 is the number of people you talk to relative to the number of people you get to say yes and take an app. And then KPI 2 is every app you send out, how many of those come back. And then KPI 3 is, of the ones that come back, how many pay. And KPI 4 is, what's your average case size. If your average case size is smaller than everybody else, that means you're not having these face amount discussions, because left to their own devices, everybody buys less insurance than they really should be buying. So they need you to explain to them how much they really need. But I'm going to ask you a trick question. You know what KPI 2 is? That's the number that send out, the number that goes out relative to the number that comes back. So if you send out 100 apps, how many come back? What do you think the KPI 2 is on apps that never go out?
0.
See, she's fast. Right. You can't get it back if you don't send it out. That's the point. Okay, so you can be the nice guy or the nice gal and let them off the hook. Call me when you're ready. Doesn't do anybody any good. We got to get the apps out. And then there's a chance of getting it back. You may not get it back, but if you make them remember you, you do your follow-ups correctly, if you spend enough time selling them and you make enough time to get them to understand your name and you do all the right stuff, you'll get about 70% of them back. If you do what the average person out there does, you're going to get low 50s back. And if you suck at it, you're going to be in the 30s or 40s. That means you're just jamming it out. And they didn't remember you, did nothing to make them remember you, nothing to motivate them to take action. They need to hear these power phrases. They need to say, you need to say things like, you know what? We all die. And when you die, the conversation we're having right now just became the most important conversation of your life. When you say those things, people do not know what to do. They just have no way of resisting taking action with you versus somebody else. They're moved by it. They're expecting somebody on the phone to quote them prices, and you're hitting them with this heavy, heavy stuff. It's powerful, powerful stuff. And if you use it, it will help you protect people. You'll sleep better at night knowing that everybody you talk to that could have been sold was sold, and it'll make you money.